What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. MTG here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, hi there. Today I want to talk about my iPad mini 7th gen wishlist and what I would like to see as the ultimate iPad, specifically what we can kind of call the iPad mini Pro. But before I do begin, I'd really appreciate if you can give this video a thumbs up and turn on the bell notifications, as it does help out the channel a lot. It will help push my content out to more viewers. And also, just as a heads up, right here, this camera looking right up above is the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and right here is the iPhone 13 mini. I'm going to be using this in the next couple of videos, just as a heads up, and pretty much kind of show you guys that, guys, look, you can have a YouTube channel and make content from your iPhone. So if you have an iPhone or you're going to pick up the new iPhone 13 series and you're really hesitant on starting a YouTube channel and making videos, guys, don't be. Just create, open up a YouTube channel and make your first video, and the rest will come. Don't worry about it. Just start right now. But anyway, let's dive right into the video. All right, so here we are with my iPad mini 7th gen wish list, my pretty much the ultimate iPad mini Pro, and what we would like to see. I mean, I hope we do see it. It looks like Apple does care about the iPad mini lineup, and maybe a lot of people want to use an iPad mini for their daily, as their main device, their main computer, or whatever they use as a daily device. So we're going to talk about some things that could have been and should be potentially on an iPad mini Pro and the 7th gen, and I hope it does happen. But number one is going to be 120 hertz. We see this on the iPad Pro, and we just got this on the iPad, or the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max. So it's LTPO and it is a variable refresh rate, and I'd love to see this on the iPad mini. And that's kind of what makes it the Pro. The iPhone 13 Pro series, the Pro and Pro Max have that, and also the iPad Pro. But if you look at the iPad Air, the 9th gen, and the iPad mini, they don't have that because they're kind of, as well as the iPhone lineup, they're kind of differentiating that variable refresh rate as a Pro feature. And I really do hope and I wish that iPad mini Pro would be a real thing and they would put 120 hertz refresh rate on this. Now, having this 60 hertz, it's not like the end of the world. It's still a really crisp display. I like it. Is it the best, like the best display you have on the market? Obviously, it's not. But for, creating videos, editing photos, watching YouTube videos, and playing games on here, there is really no issue whatsoever. But having 120 hertz would have been and would have made this a Pro device. Number two is, now, with this redesign, we did get USB-C, and that is awesome. The fact that only the iPhone pretty much has to kind of switch to USB-C, and at this point, I don't think the iPhone will. But it's great to see that they have USB-C on the iPad mini, because it's getting like the iPad Air. It's the mini iPad Air. But the one thing is, it's not like the iPad Pro where it has Thunderbolt speeds. It's not faster. So if you're trying to plug in like your hard drive and send files over, like reading and writing speeds, they're not going to be as fast. It's great to have USB-C, but they're not going to be the fastest speeds. So I would love to see USB-C with Thunderbolt having that faster speeds when transferring videos and photos or files from your hard drive or your camera to the iPad mini. Number three is kind of, I was really disappointed when this didn't happen, but it kind of makes sense. It's the smart pins. Now, if we notice on the iPad Pro and the iPad Air and obviously the iPad 2, they had those smart pins where you can use the Magic Keyboard and other accessories that just magnetically connect, and you can type and whatever, use those cases or other accessories as well. But the iPad mini does not have those smart pins, so there really isn't any first-party accessory from Apple that you can use as a keyboard. Granted, I kind of understand that if you use this as your main device, having a keyboard would be super small, because I mean, keyboards already on like iPads are not the largest. They're all right, they get the job done. They're not the biggest though. So having this on a super small device would be really hard to use. I mean, I tried to make it work, but I kind of see where they're getting at having a really small keyboard, which is why there's Bluetooth connectivity. You can use your Bluetooth keyboards as well as a mouse to kind of make full use of iPad OS 15 on the iPad mini. But it would have been great to see those smart pins to use a keyboard, a case as a keyboard, as well as other accessories. So I hope that like if they have an iPad mini 7th gen, or if they create an iPad mini Pro, they do put on those smart pins and somehow find a way to make that smaller keyboard for the iPad mini. Now this one is, I think, a Pro feature as well, and that is going to be Face ID. The iPad Pros have Face ID, and the iPad Air, the iPad Mini, and the iPad 9th Gen don't. They don't have Face ID. They have Touch ID embedded into the home button. So, well, at least the power button. The iPad 9th Gen is the traditional iPad design. It has the home button on the bottom. Whatever. That's still a lot of people recommend that and prefer that in their own case scenario. But for me, I like that the Touch ID is embedded into the power button, as well as the iPad Air, but it would have been nice to have Face ID. You know, just double tap and swipe and open, and it's already there. Granted, since this is a compact device, it's nice that, you know, it's much more easier to use Touch ID. And I like the fact that, I just want to point this out, that the volume button's on the top, but they're also oriented. So like, let's say I'm using it like this. We know that the right button right on top is for volume up. The left is for volume down. But if we switch it horizontally, so if I'm using it in this specific horizontal landscape mode, we know that right here, what was the volume up when it's facing like this is now volume down. And this one right here is volume up. So that is a great plus. And also other way around. Now this is volume up and this is volume down. So that's something that I really do appreciate with the iPad mini. But having Face ID would have made things much more pro, and it just would have been really nice to see Face ID on this. Granted, all these features I'm talking about right now would have made this device more expensive, but I'm all for it. And the last one is going to be something that's like, I don't think would be coming to this device, but like I said, this is a kind of like a wish list of mine, and that is the M1 chip, or in this case, I'm pretty sure in a couple of years, they're going to have like the M2. So bringing like that computer chip, that powerful device, that powerful chip, Apple Silicon, into the iPad mini, make that the iPad mini Pro would be awesome. Now, guys, look, A15 Bionic, has the same chip as the iPhone 13 series. It's not like, don't get me wrong, it is not a bad chip. It's a very powerful chip. So if you pick up this device and you want to make videos, you want to edit photos and videos and use this as your main device, you can. Like, there's nothing wrong with the A15 Bionic. But just having that, it's like having that M1 chip or the M2 chip is what makes that device, especially for the iPad Pro, has that name Pro. And it's just a wish list of mine that I would like to see this as like the most powerful mini tablet device out there, and have this called the iPad mini Pro. I mean, just look at this. I know many people might not like this, and that's okay. We have our own opinions and thoughts, and that's what makes all of us unique. But just having this mini device in the palm of your hand and using it as your main device, carrying it wherever you go, it's much more accessible, much more portable, but also having the most powerful chipset almost on the market would have just been amazing. But then again, it would have also increase the prices if we had all these features like 120 hertz and M1 2 and Face ID and smart pins and Thunderbolt USBC. But it's just a wish list of mine, and I hope one day Apple does bring it. And that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, like I said, be sure to superman that like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video and subscribe to the channel, because thank you all so much. I mean, seriously, I've been thanking you guys in each and every one of my videos. It's just like, I can't thank you guys enough, because you guys might make my dream a reality. I'm just so grateful to, you know, check out these new products in hand and use them as my main devices and put out more videos and more content for you guys. And it just makes me so grateful that every single one of you who subscribe and watch these videos, just care to sit down and listen and hear me out on every single one of my videos and my thoughts and opinions on these new products. But seriously, thank you all so much, and I will see you guys in the very next episode. Anyway, everybody, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to superman that like button, comment down below, because with the more interactions we get on this video, not only helps the video and the channel, but also pushes the video out to more viewers. And best of all, superman that subscribe button. Until next time, everybody, and until next video, this is MTG.